So I want to tell you what we got here tonight. It's actually pretty cool. So tonight I tell you that we now market for commercial lending and commercial real estate. So I brought in a single program. Now this commercial component, this commercial side arm is going to be very diverse and it's going to be very rewarding and lucrative, super lucrative. But we're going to start slowly so that everybody understands what it is. So I brought in a very simple transaction that everybody can do. And it is a commercial transaction. So in this transaction, the buyer does not need to show documentation. They don't have to show income, W-2s, pay stubs. They don't have to show tax returns at all. They don't have to show a job either. Now, this is commercial transaction, so it has nothing to do with Fannie Mae and all those guidelines. It's a completely stated. You state and it's not verified. Okay, so here's how it works. If they rent, because there's a selected property, so a house in Main Street or whatever it would be. If that property has a rent amount that covers the mortgage amount, including taxes, principal, interest, and association if there is one, if the rent amount covers that 1 to 1, then you get an approval. End of the story. You don't gotta do anything else. So the appraisal report says, okay, this property has a potential of rental of $10,000. Okay, great. If the mortgage payment, taxes, and principal, interest, everything does not exceed $10,000, then you have an approval. End of the story. If the renter is $1,000, the mortgage is $1,000, you get an approval. Done. And the digital marketing specialist earns $7,500. Something that anybody can do, a simple transaction that anybody can understand, very little complexity, not too much work to do, and we get started into this and make tremendous amount of money here. So I was talking to Ken, and I was telling Ken that I was going to ask everybody a good question. What does a mortgage broker do to get a deal? So I'm going to tell you that the answer is very simple. The answer is they got to talk to people. That is the only thing they have to do. For a mortgage broker, it's not going to get a deal unless that person talks to people. That's all they have to do. And that's it, no, nothing else. So the first thing is to get active, to talk. That mortgage broker got licensed, and the mortgage broker is trying to earn a living. Now, most of the mortgage brokers are going to work for an office, and it's going to be a split in the office, 40/60 or something like that. So they're not getting the whole amount, they're getting about half of the amount. In this arrangement, you will get $7,500. You don't have to be a broker. You don't have to understand how it works. You don't have to process or collect any documentation. So we're going to bring you simple to do types of transactions programs so that it can be done easily and you don't have to go through a very complicated learning curve, because that's not the purpose. The purpose is to keep us as digital marketing specialists. And you do the talk, we do the work. So this is fantastic. I think this is incredible that we could do this. But there's a lot of people that are going to gravitate to this. A lot of the associates are going to, for many reasons. The amount is a high pay, and there's a big market out there. Okay, so Any questions, any comments about this, anybody?
We have Lauren. I have unmuted you.
Yes, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Um, I am a licensed real estate broker, and so in the past, obviously, we've had a lot of mortgage brokers with whom we deal, but we've also done a lot of commercial deals over the years. So, are you also saying, Carlos, that where in the past we would have created the pro forma and talked about cash throw off, et cetera, that you folks are going to do that because of your lenders?
Right. You don't have to do any of that. Simply bring in the transaction and we take care of everything completely. This is the only way to get it done. Okay. The point is that we, when we started FMH.org, we were geared to help everybody become a grant specialist. Look, that's not for everybody. So now we recognize it and we say, okay, we step back, listen, you do the talk, we do the work. You're the digital marketing specialist, we take care of everything. So we're going to keep it this way. We're going to help you more and more and more how to market. And that's what the money is. You're a salesperson, we take care of the rest. So thank you very much. Anybody else?
Yes, Karen, go ahead and unmute yourself. What's your question?
Hi, now is this for purchase commercial, refinance commercial?
For,
And you mentioned
for
375,000.
this example that came put up, happens to be a purchase. It can also be a refinance, but this is a purchase example. So the minimum will be 375,000. It could go much higher than that, but it could also be where they already own it, so they don't have to purchase it. But so here's the thing. So I said to you, well, I certainly would like to be an investor. Of course, who wouldn't want to be an investor? But where am I going to find the property? Well, we'll find it. We'll take care of everything. So you need a property? No problem at all. We know that you need a property. You need to. We're gonna find you the right match, and that person now became an investor, and you made tons of money.
Next, we have Oscar. You unmute your mic, please. Ask your question.
What is the maximum purchase limit on this and average deal flow time?
Okay, so this is gonna take your typical 30 days to close, and we're going to have it. And again, I'm going to start with only one program that is simple to do, and then we start moving forward. But this is going to be from 375,000 to $1 million. Easy. Well, because the majority of our associate members are not tycoons, and they don't mingle with people who make $50 million deals. So we're going to keep it real. 375 to 1 million. Okay? And we're going to keep it just like that for now. Later on, we start moving up the needle, but there is a big market here for that amount. Okay? Anybody else?
Yes, Paul, I've unmuted you. Go right ahead. Ask your question.
Yes. Is this only going to be in Florida, or is it going to be in other states also at this time?
This can be anywhere you want. This is going to exclude Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, and Mississippi, and exclude California. The rest of the states, they are open. Okay, thank you.
And Daphne, unmute yourself and ask your question, please.
Is there going to be a loan to value? Or you have an idea as to what, if a client is purchasing a property for $1 million, what kind of down payment would be required, please?
Thank you. We're going to start this at 80% loan to value. All right.
Next caller, Barry, he's our last for this evening. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hey, thanks, Ken. The properties, can they be like a residential investment property, or does it have to be like an office building structure?
This can be for either commercial real estate or residential. If it is residential, it's only for investment purposes. So not for owner occupied, not for second homes. Let me repeat that because some of you probably don't understand this. So residential real estate is up, so is a dwelling that has 1 to 4 units. So a single family residence is a one dwelling. That's residential real estate. A duplex is residential real estate. A triplex, a fourplex is residential real estate. If the building has now 5 units, it becomes commercial real estate. Now, if the building in question has 4 units, 3 units, two, one, it is it would be only for investment purposes, not for owner occupied, not for second home. Okay, and again, no tax returns, no income, no documentation, no employment. Easy does it. Okay, thank you.